Hey friends, happy Monday. Welcome to the mess all around me. Today is Monday, December 30th. We are knocking on 2025's door. And I had a really strange thing come to mind because lately, it kind of started earlier this year when I was in my first full year of crocheting. I'm coming up on 2 years in like January or February. Sorry about that. So coming up in like January or February of 2025 is going to be my second year in this yarny goodness crochet world. However, I've been loom knitting now for, I want to say I'm coming up on 4-5 years, something like that, of loom knitting. So I've been playing with the yarn for a long time. But I want to focus on something specifically in 2025. Now, I have kind of showed this a little bit, and I can't grab it. I can't get to it. It's in my closet. It's kind of packed away a little bit. But if you remember in my Joann haul, I picked out those two gorgeous yarns. It was like an aqua and almost like a neon pink. And I'm going to just do a continuous granny square blanket with that, but just like your traditional granny square that's got like the open holes and, stuff like that, right? So I'm kind of going to roll into 2025 calling it something like stitching in the squares or stringing in the squares or something like that. Because I'm going to focus on shopping my stash of yarn more. This box that you see behind me on my bed, that's all my cotton yarns and cotton blends. It's mostly just 100% cotton though. This box I have next to me is all acrylics. And then there's a box under it, but the box under it is not my yarn. It's yarns that I bought that my daughter wanted for like a scarf, or we also in this box have, she has a bunch of, let me see, this yarn. If you remember when Michaels did this yarn, the Bernat Fluffy, we're doing a granny square project with that. And I've already made 2 of the granny squares. Oh, there we go. I've already made 2 of the granny squares for that. And these are using the Bernat Fluffy yarn. And I'm using a 7mm, I think it's a 7mm clover hook. Because she bought the yarn, she bought me the hook, she bought everything, just said make it for her. And then this is going to have the black, well, it's buried in there, the black fluffy yarn to border, and then I'll stitch them all together. So I'm working on that. I'm determined, as much as I absolutely hate this soft, weird, fluffy yarn. I started this is a granny square. I started this earlier in the year for her. She fell in love with the baby bear yarn from Big Twist. And this one is, told you it's a mess in here. This one is Rising Star, the Big Twist baby bear. And I'm actually using a smaller hook for that. I'm using a 6mm for this because she wanted tight stitches, not a lot of gaps. And because they stopped selling the Rising Star, I knew I was going to need more because I only had 2 of the Rising Star. So I found the baby bear in just, this is vanilla cake. Okay, so there's 4 total baby bear yarns that I'm going to finish for her for that blanket. So that's going to be just like a continuous granny square blanket that she's going to have for, her bed or for whatever. And then I have these yarns here that are Red Heart Super Saver in turquoise and spring green, and she designed a pattern for a scarf for that. And then there is a whole bunch of this Big Twist Living in Life. So that's going to be a continuous granny square as well. Kind of similar to the Baby Bear yarns stitch. So, now I can't get the lid back on. So as you can see, I've already got several granny square projects going. However, this box here, I have a whole bunch of yarns. Now, I had purchased a bunch of yarns earlier this year in the spring. Llama Mama Kayla was doing what did she call the blanket? Like spring fling or spring something. It was like a blanket that she was creating, and she used a whole bunch of the spring yarns that were released at Joann earlier in the year. And I had purchased the yarns similar in color to do something like that. Hers was just a continuous granny square that she was doing. I never got around to doing that project just because life hit. As if you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know life's been crazy this year. So I want to take the yarns that I have, and I have yarns like, for example, this one is Watermelon, and it's Big Twist value, 380 yards. It is a 5mm knitting needle or crochet hook recommendation, and it's a medium 4, machine washable, low iron, do not bleach, do not tumble dry, dry flat. Please purchase a sufficient quantity of one dye lot to ensure uniformity of color in your completed project. I guess I kind of missed that little memo because I'm really bad about that. I'm getting better, but I'm bad about it. So I have this one. I have, this is a Premier yarn, Dijon Mustard. I have that. I have this one. This is one of their newer ones, I think, is called Time. And if you're not familiar with these Premier Basics, they're a medium 4 worsted, 359 yards, 7 ounces, 100% acrylic, 5.5mm knitting needle or crochet hook recommendation, machine wash, warm, tumble dry. Tested against 350 harmful substances. And again, it says buy enough of the same dye lot to complete project. Guess I need to follow that memo a little bit better, you know? I'm a little bit bad about that. So there's that, and then this is also a Premier Basics. This one I love. This one's in Wisteria. I don't know what it is about this one, but I really like this one. This one's coming undone. Hey, get over here. This one is in Lime, and it is also a Premier Basics. Here's another Premier Basics. This is their taffy color.
I like this one too.
And I'm trying to stay, like, I'm going to kind of just mix the colors up. I'm going to just make random granny squares and just, you know, this is a Big Twist value. This was a clearance yarn in the color khaki. This is Premier Basics in Rose. So, you know, I'm going to kind of just mix and match. You get the idea without me having to pull any more out of this box. Well, actually, let me pull this gorgeous one out. This is Peacock. I love this color. Absolutely beautiful. So, what I plan on doing is, because this is not my only box of yarn, in my front closet by our front door, I have jumbo Like, these boxes are so big, they're on rollers. They have a handle and you wheel them. They are ginormous. I have 2 of those crammed full. I have just single skeins of yarn in there. I have more yarn in my closet that I'm actually looking at. So this is going to be, you know, and I know some channels do this. They do like a theme for their channel for the year. And I know I had kind of mentioned it before. I'm still playing with it. This is going to be kind of a fly by the seat of your pants. Roll with it. Just, I'm not going to have something specific every month. But I'm also thinking I might want to, no, please don't do that, okay? These yarns are already in enough bad shape here. I need more coffee. And as you can hear, my sinuses are just a mess right now because our weather has been a mess. I'm not going to have a specific set theme every month. Like I said, I did set up an email address for this channel. So starting on January 1st, if you want, I'm not saying you have to, if you want to, you can send me a picture of your granny squares. Now, I'm not going to be doing just traditional granny squares. I plan on doing rectangular granny squares. I plan on doing solid stitch granny squares. I'm not going to do anything complicated. I just, yeah, I don't want to do anything complicated. I might do like, you know, I might have some that have appliques on them, like a star or a heart or something. Just, I want to do something basic and simple. Now, the reason why I'm starting this in January is because I know for sure in December I have 3 blankets to gift that I'm going to have done by November and ship them by December 1st. Yep, I'm already thinking ahead. I have to, though, when this stuff's getting shipped 3,000 miles away. So, back to what I was saying about the email. Starting on January 1st, and then every week going forward, so every week, if you want to send me your granny square pictures, you can just send me one, a group, you know, a picture of like all your granny squares together that you've been making. And I will feature them on the community tab. We can do that once a week or every 2 weeks. I haven't fully decided yet how I want to do that. I haven't decided if it's going to be monthly. We'll just see if any pictures even come in to the email address to do that. However, I would like my channel to be more subscriber inclusive. Does that make sense? I want my subscribers to be involved in this channel as much as me myself on this end of the camera, if that's making any sense to you. So this is going to be the year of granny squares. Now, I'm not involved in it, but I know towards the end of the year, they collect granny squares for Camp Boggy Creek. And I'm not involved in that. I did it one year. I sent granny squares in. You'll be able to find out more information on that on other channels later on in the year. But I know granny squares are just, you can do more than just blankets with them. And that's what I plan on doing. I plan on showing that as we go further into the year, that you can do more than just blankets with granny squares. And as crazy as this sounds, I'm contemplating starting to dabble a little bit into micro crochet with granny squares. No guarantees. It's hard on the eyes. I've been watching videos, but maybe. It's a possibility, right? So anyways, with that, friends, that's today's video. Just kind of plans for 2025. I don't know how my video scheduling is going to look like the rest of the week. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I know, it's coming undone. This one, we're going to have to put it on a ball winder. It's fine. He's a little upset because the wisteria one is in a bad way, too. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try and get a video up tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I don't think there will be a video for New Year's Day unless I can get one done. Everybody's going to be home, so yeah. So with that, friends, I'm going to get off of here. like I said, this week's videos, I'm going to kind of just roll with it. And then starting next week on Monday is when we will get back to our regularly scheduled videos. All right, friends, just know I love you. God loves you. Be kind to one another. And I will see you all soon for another video. Bye, friends.